Hello and welcome, or welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you all 4 rooms of my Prince Eric's ship. In this video, I'm just going to tour through each and every room, and then at the end I'll go back into each room and zoom out for anybody who wants to use that zoom out view for a layout, I guess a reference or inspiration, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go into each corner of the room, or possibly just 2, wherever I can fit, and I'll slowly turn around so that you can see each and every corner as I have it decorated. Whenever I'm designing these spaces, I try to go with a cohesive design, and while doing that, I tend to pick the same floors, wall treatments, and windows and doors. I'm just doing this for a coordinated, cohesive look, and I prefer it over other ways I've decorated in the past because sometimes whenever it's a bit chaotic, I find it a little bit stressful for my OCD, and I definitely like when everything matches. My inspiration for this room was a pub. So this was actually one of the first house skins that I ever purchased. I saved up all of my 50 moonstones every time the chest was there, and eventually I had enough to get this house skin. This was prior to the Moonstones and Dream Snaps rewards. Now, thankfully, I have every single house skin because I participate in the Dream Snaps challenges, and I've never had to actually spend any money and purchase any. The first room we're going to enter is this room here on the left. The theme I went for this room was the captain's quarters. As you can see here, the room is quite cluttered and quite plush because I was trying to go with that kind of realistic idea that the captain's quarters would be full of valuables and treasures. Whenever I was designing this room, I did want it to feel very plush, and typically I don't have my rooms this bright, but for recording it looks a lot better when the rooms are brighter and you can see everything a lot better. I actually do like it nice and bright, and I'm going to actually end up leaving all of the lighting. I have the bed tucked here in the corner, and I tried to make the room feel a little bit different by changing the shape of it with some bookshelves and some columns. These columns, I believe they are called the Corona columns or Corona pillars, one of the 2 names. They are actually one of my favorite items in the game. And then here you can see this is a Dream Snaps chest reward for the outfits, and I have all of the clothing in the game. I have no use for it. You can drop them. You can't pick them up once you drop them without opening them. It's really cool because you can stick them in some of your builds. And then here in the captain's quarters, you can see I have a nice little seating area over here in the corner that's all kind of cluttered. And then over here, every captain's quarters, whenever I looked up historically what's in a captain's quarters, they always have their own desk as well as an eating area. And of course, I figured a captain would have his own music, so we have a beautiful piece of here in the corner. I have a mirror because I do think that a captain would have a mirror in their quarters. Alrighty. Next room. We're going to enter this room here in the back. For this room, I was going for more of a crew's quarters, and I think that the darkness of the space is accurate to what a ship would be kind of back in the day, and I really prefer it. I tried to make this room feel very split in different ways because I wanted it to feel like there were different spaces in one big space, because of course we can't change the size of spaces in the dream houses, which I think is very strange, and hopefully Gameloft will implement that in the future because we can do it in our own house. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to do it in the dream houses. I think they're called dream styles, whatever the proper name is. Here, I would think that this was possibly like the higher up crew members would get this more private space, and then you have all of the things that are relevant that Gameloft has provided for us that I could find, and I stuck all of these items into the crew's quarters. I'm gonna try to go fast, but not too fast, and slow, but not too slow. So let me know whenever you're watching this video if I can go faster or slower or whatever works for you. You can also change the speed on YouTube. And then the last room. Whenever I was designing this space, it actually happened to be one of the last spaces I designed because I wasn't sure what I wanted to put in this space here. And I came up with the idea of doing kind of a mess hall because I know that whenever I was a kid, I used to go and do tours on submarines with my parents. And what was really cool about them is they always had these really cool mess halls. And I do know whenever there's a crew together, there's always a mess hall. So I will slowly turn in each corner. I'll try not to go too fast, but just so you can see the whole room from different angles in different locations. Again, hopefully you can use this as inspiration. In this corner over here, I like to maximize my spaces and make them very, very bright. I do have a lot of premium content whenever I'm designing because I'm pretty good whenever I participate in the weekly challenges, and I typically get 4,000. Lucky for me, I don't have to spend any money, but I'm not against spending money because Gameloft is incentivized to make cool new items for us because we're spending money on it. So I am very, very pro anyone spending money because that means we get more items from Gameloft because they are fiscally motivated. In this room you can see over here, I attempted to change the shape and the layout of the room by putting 2 bookshelves forward to each other because I like the way that that looked, and from a distance it's not as noticeable. I do like whenever we can change the shape of a room. So there you go. That is this full and complete Prince Eric ship, 4 rooms, fully decorated house tour. Now I'm gonna zoom out for everybody. Okay, here comes the spin around. A zoomed out view of the captain's quarters. Nice and full. The crew's quarters. I know we all try to make everything historically accurate, but with Gameloft, in the minimal amount of furniture that they provide for us, I say minimal, I'm comparing it to Animal Crossing. We don't have as many options, but we can still make it work. When I first designed Prince Eric's ship, I actually had very few items from the premium shop. And then lastly, the mess hall and storage for all of the pirates' treasures. Sorry about me struggling to keep this in the center. I am trying really hard and I have not managed to successfully and seamlessly keep it in the center. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and support. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know you like this video, and leave a comment in the comments below if you noticed anything that I can do to make my videos better, or if they're great, then just let me know everything's great and I don't need to change anything. But again, I don't mind constructive criticism. This is only my 6th video that I have ever filmed, and I am finding it really hard to find other videos that I haven't watched already. So I know what I like in somebody else's video, but it's hard for me to assume that other people like what I like. So just let me know, give this video a thumbs up, and have a wonderful day. Bye guys.